Baseball Yaku Yaku with Kim Hyun-jun. Shader. President of Baseball Operations Andrew Friedman stated that upon starting the off-season, the organization reviewed every possible scenario in the trade and free agency markets. He concluded, "We became convinced that there was no player who could increase our World Series winning probability more than Tucker." Furthermore, Friedman stressed that the Dodgers are in an incredibly strong position, both organizationally and financially, meaning a $60 million annual salary for Tucker is completely manageable. Unlike 7 years ago, when a 26-year-old Bryce Harper rejected a 4-year, $180 million offer before accepting 13 years and $330 million, 29-year-old Tucker rejected a 10-year, $350 million pact, instead opting for a 4-year, $240 million deal.
The attitude of modern free agents is shifting. Rather than prioritizing maximum contract length, they now aim to secure massive money during their prime and re-enter the market, a trend fueled by successful opt-out scenarios such as the one Cody Bellinger has demonstrated.
Shader. Trends is hugely beneficial for the Dodgers. With their vast financial resources, they can attract the best talent. Shader. Continuous long-term deals inevitably lead to a competitive decline as players age. The Dodgers' bottomless pockets allow them to expensively purchase only a player's absolute prime years. Paying a player 60 tuổi đồng annually when market rate might be 30 tuổi đồng là overpay cho nhiều teams. Nhưng với financially dominant Dodgers, it's just business. It's like saying a luxury jacket is worth 13 triệu đô, but to someone with the Dodgers' wealth, it's 7 cents. Moreover, elite major league talent is a non-renewable asset. The Dodgers also offer immense non-monetary appeal. Shader. Operating under the tentpole built by Ohtani, they have the best roster poised for a third consecutive World Series title, a superb environment for family life, a massive fan base, and notably, less pressure than the relentless Eastern markets. For players confident in their next free agency, accepting a high AAV, short-term contract in Los Angeles might become an increasingly common choice. Tucker himself expressed this desire at his introduction, saying, "This is the area my wife, my family, and I wanted to be a part of. I wanted to embrace this city and the fans while playing here." Shader. We consider every factor in making this decision, and this is a great place to live and play. Shader. One entertaining detail from the presser was Tucker appearing in number 23 instead of 30, the number he wore in Houston and Chicago. Tucker had asked manager Dave Roberts for the number 30, but Roberts declined. Tucker then chose 23, the number worn by his mentor, Michael Brantley, during his time in Houston. Brantley, who had mentored Tucker since they were teammates, remains a constant advisor, with Tucker stating he wouldn't be the player he is today without Brantley's guidance. Shader. Most managers often choose residual numbers và don't có một deep attachment, happily yielding their number if a player requests it. For instance, Phillies manager Rob Thomson immediately gave up his number 59 to Johan Duran, switching to 49, even without being asked, moving Duran deeply. However, Roberts had an immovable reason for his refusal. Roberts, whose career totals through the age 29 season were 75 games, 2 home runs, and 12 stolen bases, was traded to the Dodgers before the 2002 season. During spring training, he met Dodgers legend Maury Wills. Wills, the first player in modern baseball to steal 100 bases and an NL MVP,
passed on both his base stealing techniques and his jersey number 30.
Wearing Will's number 30, Roberts recorded back-to-back 40 steal seasons. Then, at the 2004 trade deadline, he was sent to Boston. Wills had told Roberts that a time would come when he would need to successfully execute a steal when everyone knew he was going to run. That moment became the legendary The Steal in the ALCS.
Years later, when Roberts was passed over for the Padres managing job, but interviewed for the Dodgers position, he executed the steal again, landing the job. Maury Wills was the happiest person alive when Roberts became the Dodgers manager. Wills had instructed Roberts, "Wear number 30, and while I am with the Dodgers, do not give it to anyone. Keep it." Wills passed away in September 2022. Bound by that sacred promise, Roberts could not give number 30 to Tucker. Regarding the lineup, Roberts mentioned he would need to discuss it with Freddie Freeman, but was considering Tucker for the second or third spot.
Unlike Japan, where the four-hole carries mythical importance, MLB historically prized the three-hole hitter who was guaranteed to appear in the first inning. However, in 2006, statistician Tom Tango introduced a completely different perspective. The three best hitters on the team should bat first, second, and fourth, with the next two best batting third and fifth. Shada. The one spot should go to the best on-base threat, the 4 spot to the best power hitter, and the 2 spot to the team's best overall hitter, possessing both elite on-base skills and power. This signaled the rise of the strong two-hitter, moving away from past reliance on speed and small ball. Shedar. The 2013 Reds lineup could have been radically improved if it had been Votto in the two-hole instead of Cozart. Manager Dusty Baker moved Phillips to the 2 spot when Cozart slumped, but never considered moving Votto there. Sheda. Theo Tango's logic, the 2023 Dodgers made a terrible decision by sticking with a significantly underperforming hitter in the crucial two-hole where the team's best hitter should be located. As a result, while the Dodgers' 1 spot ranked first in offense, the 3 spot ranked fourth, and the 4th spot ranked first across MLB, the 2 spot, where Mookie Betts appeared for 137 games, ranked a dismal 21st. Shida. The 2 spot was essentially dead weight for the Dodgers. Roberts stubbornly stuck to Betts at the 2 spot even in the postseason, until they faced defeat, only adjusting the lineup late. When Will Smith was placed second instead, the Dodgers won Game 6 and 7.
So, what should the 2026 Dodgers lineup look like? Tango's theory dictates that the best hitter, Ohtani, should be second.
However, Ohtani prefers the 1 spot, and his position there is symbolically important for the two-way player, making a switch unlikely.
Shedda. If we choose from Betts, Freeman, Tucker, and Smith for the two-hole, Tucker makes the most sense, as Smith requires regular rest. The most optimal lineup by Tango's standards would be first, Ohtani, second, Tucker, third, Betts, fourth, Freeman, fifth, Smith.
Shedda, however, would be for Betts to fully rebound và reclaim his status as the strong two-hitter.
In other news, the Texas Rangers have acquired Mackenzie Gore. Sheda, who has 2 years left before free agency. The Rangers pay a massive price, including last year's first-round pick, Gavin Feehan, and their second, 6th, 12th, 16th, and 18th prospects. Despite using the pitcher-friendly Global Live field and ranking first in starting ERA last year, their offense ranked 26th in OPS. The Rangers chose to reinforce their rotation further. Following Jacob deGrom and Nathan Eovaldi, they now have a strong left-handed third starter in Gore, backed by Jack Leiter, Jake Comer, Cody Bradford, and Kumar Rocker.
Shada. The real issue lies in the offense, which lost Adolis Garcia and Marcus Simeon, only gaining Brandon Nemo. The team will need disappointing hitters like Jorge Soler and Max Kepler to rebound.
Gore, who was once the fifth-ranked prospect in 2020, struggled late last season, finishing the second half with a 1-7 record and a 6.75 ERA after a promising start. However, his excellent velocity and career 10.0 K per 9 rate give him a high ceiling as a left-hander. Shada, who initially acquired Gore in the Juan Soto trade, flipping him again for a haul of top prospects was a huge win. Finally, Korean-American Dane Dunning signed a minor league contract with Seattle. Dunning mostly started for Texas in 2023, going 12-7 with a 3.70 ERA, but struggled thereafter. Last year, after being traded to Atlanta, he posted a 6.97 ERA across 12 bullpen appearances. Dunning is hoping to play in the World Baseball Classic. That is the news for today.